Hello friends, we discuss about Kepler's laws. Johannes Kepler formulated three laws to describe planetary motion of planet around the sun. Kepler's first law he stated as the orbit of a planet is ellipse with the sun at one of the foci. Means planets revolve around the sun in an elliptical orbit. See here, this is sun. It is indicated by S letter. These are the planets, and these planets revolve around the sun in an elliptical orbit. This is the Kepler's first law. Now we discuss about Kepler's second law. He stated as the line joining the planet and the sun sweeps equal areas in equal intervals of time. The line joining the planet and the sun sweeps equal areas in equal intervals of time. This is the Kepler's second law. Suppose this is planet Earth. Cover distance AB. This is planet Mars. Covers distance CD. AS is the imaginary line between the planet Earth and the sun. This is also CS is the imaginary line between the planet Mars and the sun. This imaginary line sweeps or covers equal areas, that is ASB is the area covered by planet Earth in 1 minute. Then in another 1 minute, Earth covers equal area, that is ASB. The Mars planet also covers CSD area in 1 minute. Then in another 1 minute, Mars also cover equal area, that is CSD. It means that the line joining between the planet and the sun covers or sweeps equal areas in equal intervals of time. This is about Kepler's second law. Now we discuss about the Kepler's third law. Kepler's third law stated as this square of period of revolution is directly proportional to the square of period of revolution of a planet is directly proportional to the cube of average distance between the planet and the sun. Means T square is directly proportional to the R cube. Here T is the period of revolution and R, small r, is the average distance between planet and the sun. What is meant by period of revolution? The time taken by the planet to complete one revolution around the sun is called as period of revolution. See here, the ratio t square upon r cube is always constant for all planets. Suppose the period of revolution or the period for Earth is 1 year, and the distance of Earth and Sun is also 1 astronomical unit. Then the ratio of t square upon r cube is equals to 1. We take another example, Saturn planet. The period of revolution for Saturn is 165 years, and its distance, the distance of Saturn and Sun, the distance of Saturn from the Sun is 30.06 astronomical unit. Then its ratio, that is t square upon r cube, is also 1. Means that the ratio of t square upon r cube is constant, or the value of this ratio is same for all the planets. Means Kepler's third law gives the relation between period of planet and distance of a planet. Means as the distance of planet increases from the sun, then its period of revolution also increases. Kepler gives accurate values of all planets for their period and distance. These are the 3 Kepler's laws, and these 3 Kepler's laws describe planetary motion of the planet in a very good manner. But Kepler could not give an explanation about why planets obey these laws or obey these rules. He could explain just planetary motion of a planet, but could not give a reason why planets revolve around the sun in an elliptical orbit, why planets revolve around the sun in a circular orbit. But one more important thing of Kepler law is that Kepler laws help to Newton in the formulation of theory of gravitation. Newton proposed theory of gravitation, or he discovered gravitational force only because of Kepler's laws. Means Kepler's laws play an important role in the discovery of gravitational force. And then Newton said that gravitational force is responsible for the planets revolve around the sun in a circular orbit. This is about Kepler's laws. I hope that you understand these 3 Kepler's laws formulated by the scientist Johannes Kepler. If you like this, subscribe and share to other 10th standard students. Thank you.